These affordable IEMs are incredible for gaming, and let me tell you why and how. Now, in the prosumer audiophile world, headphones and IEMs can get incredibly expensive, and these prove to you you don't need to spend thousands of dollars on a pair of IEMs to get incredible performance. These cost a more reasonable $80 on Amazon. Now, these aren't the cheapest IEMs you can get. You have companies like KZ and KB Airs who have IEMs that are like 30 and under, and there's people like DankPods who absolutely recommend those companies. So keep all that in mind. Now, the value, in my opinion, is really good. You get a hard case for them and 6 pairs of ear tips along with these tweezers and little screens for the IEMs. I thought that was a really nice touch. So these are quite small but not delicate. They're made out of a CNC machined body. They look very understated but very elegant in my opinion. I think the black and gold accents looks really good. The buds themselves are very light, so it really helps with wearing them for a long period of time. The silicone tips are nothing special. They're very typical feeling. I don't notice anything different about the silicone tips. Only thing I noticed was they're less thick, grippy, and rubbery than my Galaxy Buds Pro. I'm not sure if I really like the material they used for the ear hook. The rubber kind of rubs up against my ear and it can get a little uncomfortable sometimes, but only sometimes. The wire itself though is really damn good. It's very light, very flexible, and it's braided, and it feels quite durable, and it's apparently a silver plated wire. Now, I've used a lot of earbuds and Bluetooth earbuds over the years, and me personally, I think that the Galaxy Buds Pro are probably the most comfortable earbuds I've used. But however, these are a little bit different in my opinion. I'll be honest, in the world of earbuds, I'll say these are probably the most comfortable ones I have personally used. They're very lightweight, making it easy to forget that they're there. I also want to mention that the part that goes in your ear is quite long, but I'll be honest with you, you don't notice how long it is. It doesn't feel like it's invading your ear canal. It feels no different than any other earbud, but I would say that it doesn't get fatiguing, and I think that's lending to the hook on the IEMs, causing the fatigue to not show up. I can wear these for a very long time and not get uncomfortable, except for when, like I said, when those hooks start to bother my ear a little bit. But you also got to remember these are IEMs, and you do get that in your head type feeling. So when you're like chewing or when you're talking, you can kind of sound like you're in your head. And if that bothers you, this might still bother you as well. It doesn't really bother me. If I were to score the comfort out of 10, which I don't normally like to do, I'd give these an 8.5, and it would be a 9. But due to that slight discomfort on occasions, due to that ear hook, I docked some points. Now, obviously, these aren't super feature rich because they are just IEMs. You plug them in and you listen to them. But there's a few interesting things that I would like to touch on real quick. These are using what Moondrop calls their liquid crystal diaphragm that are 10 millimeters, and they're a dynamic driver. Now, some IEMs can have up to like 7 drivers inside them, or have what's called a balanced armature driver. These are just a dynamic driver, and there's only one of them. And the drivers themselves have a frequency response of 5 Hz to 36 kilohertz, to which in my opinion is absolutely insane. Now, one of my favorite things about these is they're 32 ohms, which means you can literally use these out of anything. You can use them out of your phone, your laptop, your PC. If it has a headphone jack, you can use it. So if you want to daily drive these instead of using wireless earbuds, you absolutely can do this. And it's a great portable headphone. I love that. And the wire you can swap out. It's a 0.78 millimeter 2-pin connector. So if you want to add a microphone, you absolutely can. But my favorite part of these is obviously the sound. They sound incredible. Honestly, better than most of my gaming headphones for the same or higher price. They smashed the Black Sharks. They wrecked the G Pro X. They rivaled the Arctis Nova 7s. I'm absolutely serious. They come close to the Beyerdynamic DT 770s, and for some, these would actually be better for them. The bass is tight and boomy, but not overwhelming. It has its own place, but it is definitely V-shaped, extra bass, extra treble, but not really a scooped mid-range, but it's definitely a bit lower in the mix. So you could still call it scooped if you want. The highs are bright and pretty precise. They have sparkle without being piercing. It's not too scratchy, it's not too harsh, it's not too boomy. Everything feels controlled. The soundstage on these is pretty impressive considering these are lodged deep inside your ear holes, and they still feel like they have a pretty wide soundstage. Not as wide as the DT 770s, but they are still pretty wide considering these are IEMs. I tested these with COD Modern Warfare 2, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, Proteus, Destiny 2, and Immortals Phoenix Rising to get a broad idea of the sound. I also tried these on PS5, phone, and PC. And on PC, I'm running them through a Go XLR Mini. The directional audio is pinpoint and super accurate. Gunshots have a powerful punch and crunch to them. Footsteps are very easily picked out. You can hear them clearly. Due to that very well represented high mid-range. Separation is well done. You can hear footsteps, gunshots, and explosions all at the same time. But there are extreme cases where sometimes sounds can get a little bit veiled by other frequencies, but it's not a frequent occurrence. I really like these with open world games. Hearing the environments around you was really immersive. Like Destiny, hearing all of your surroundings, wind, and hearing distant gunfire and abilities happening all at once. In Immortal Phoenix Rising, hearing distant enemies, animals, birds, and other creatures, it just feels more immersive. And music and movies were great. Honestly, I daily drive these now for live streaming, watching movies, listening to music. I still use my DT770s, but I've been reaching for these more often than not. Overall, these are an incredible value at $80 US. These have great gaming performance for single player adventure games or really competitive shooters. Yeah, they don't have a mic, but you can easily swap out the wire for a wire that has a mic. These are also easy to use on any device, and they're super portable. I think these are an amazing sub $100 option for people that want an audiophile solution for gaming and everyday use. This made me want to explore more sub $100 options for gaming, so subscribe for more of that, and check out my comparison to the Sennheiser Momentum 4s and the SteelSeries Arctis Nova 7s. It's a really interesting video, so go check that out. Affiliate links down below. Thank you very much, and have a good one. Peace out.